So the collaboration piece is really, it's on two different fronts. So one is a Defense Council Summit that we started last year. And it was really designed to bring defense lawyers and staff lawyers for carriers together to talk about those practices. Like, what are the best practices that you do as a really good lawyer in your venue that one of your peers on the defense side could learn and institute somewhere else in the community? And I think where we have, faulted as an industry, it's like the law firm is just like the insurance carrier. If they had a special sauce that drove a good outcome, they're trying to drive more business, and so they're trying to solicit new carriers to come and use them to represent their customers. And that's solving like one problem at a time, to your point. Yeah. And so we collectively, just like the plaintiff bar had, we need to share all those tactics. And so getting lawyers to come together to kind of share their success story was one of the first steps of building a coalition. Yeah. And it was really, we will welcome anybody to come and share in on the learnings, because it's just education. Yeah. It's, the game has changed, and if you don't continue to evolve, it goes back to the lifelong learners, and the defense attorneys have to look at it the same way. And so that's one. The second piece is then, around the legislative and judicial affairs. Mm-hmm. And it is looking at, at a state level, and even at a district level within individual states, of looking at what judges are running, what laws are on the books in those individual states, what can we do on really just justice of reform, tort reform, and working together. Because if one carrier wants to try to change a law in one state, you're never going to be able to fund it, and your voice is never going to be loud enough that anybody's going to listen. And the plaintiff bar, again, at a state level, is incredibly coordinated, and they spend millions and millions of dollars lobbying the decision makers at a state level, and carriers do the same thing, but we do it in a very uncoordinated way. Yeah. And so there are PACs out there are associations that we've leaned on pretty heavily, to try to say, there are certain venues that we don't think we have a fair shot. Mm-hmm. And coming together to talk about all those, and where are we going to collectively say, everybody's going to not break off and go in their direction to try to get their one issue solved. Is we have to act more as an industry to be able to affect change to level the playing field. Yeah. And that's probably been the biggest success that we've had. And it's not just carriers, it's going to big corporate customers who have operations all over the United States. This is why you should care about this law in this venue, because it's ultimately going to cost you money, which adds to your bottom line, which adds to your competitiveness. And so we have gotten brokers involved, carriers involved, customers involved, and really just, again, coming to agreement on, here's where we're going to make some bets, and here's where we're going to try to make real change. Hi, I'm Keith Daly, Chief Claims Officer for Zurich North America, and this is the future of insurance.